much. Good morning, SLO. My name is Ziyad Naccasha, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to speak to you all about family-friendly workplace programs and to congratulate the second quarter 2026 summer awardees. Christina asked that I direct everyone to the list of the 25 awardees in the Good Morning SLO e-flyers going out this morning. So please make sure to take a look and celebrate those employers as well. Now, I was telling my wife last night what I was doing today and giving a talk on child care, and her response was, "What the hell do you know about child care?" Fair point. And I said, "Well, what advice would you have to give to the group here?" And her response was, "Do more. Do more." There's a 2-year waiting list for child care in this community. It's an amazing thing. There's also a 2-year waiting list in Monterey County, 2-year waiting list in Santa Barbara County. If we can reduce that list to a year, 6 months, it's an economic driver to this community. It helps our people have, better jobs, better opportunities, and it really, really helps business, and it helps the people that work for our business. So, what can we do about it? We can do more. The county, the cities, the schools, the universities, they do an amazing job. They really try to provide benefits to all of their employees. And even with that, they can do more. We can provide a child care advocate. We can facilitate more grant funding. We can streamline applications. We can provide public-private partnerships. A public-private partnership created the foundation for the Performing Arts Center and built the Performing Arts Center 30 years ago, right? Yeah. It's an amazing thing that has endured for 30 years, and we can do that for child care. There's opportunities to do that. What can businesses do about it? More. There is more that we can do. We have, I don't know if there's 200 or more than that child care facilities in this community. They don't have the ability, they don't have the economies of scale, they don't have the ability to reduce their funding, so they need support. So can we provide them with support? Banks, contractors, service providers, can we give them reduced prices so that they can do a better job and have more money for paying their staff in this community? One of the things that I did, before I get to that, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to play this clip from a gentleman named Tim Harris, who was a former president of the LA Lakers. Let's see if you can hear it.
I can tell anybody working in the Lakers, you're a young parent, you're a young person, you're whatever. If I ever find out that you missed one of your kids' games, a play or a recital, something that your mom or dad were doing, because you were at work, yeah, we're gonna run. Yeah. Because when all is said and done, whatever took place that one day at work is not going to be as important as these things, because these things have an expiration date. However, that's the accountability part. And if you can, this goes back to understanding and setting expectations.
So one of the things that happened to me is I joined an Inside Studio event for the Chamber, little plug for the Chamber, Inside Studios. I think it was being done by MindBody, Promega, somebody from Patagonia, should have been somebody from Trust Automation as well. These amazing companies that have child care facilities on staff. And I was sitting there going, okay, this is great. These companies have a tremendous amount of money. They have the ability to do this. How can a small business meaningfully do something? And people ask that question, and one of the responses was, well, you can get together with organizations like yours and maybe group together and have a place and rent office space and create a child care center. Okay, I'm going to go to my biggest competitors and say, let's create a lease together. Let's hire people together. So I was just sort of scratching my head. I went back to my office, and I was talking to one of our assistants. Her name is Lisa, and she was kind of tearing up. I'm like, what's wrong with you? And she said, I'm having an issue with my son. He's, my husband's French. He won't do homework with my husband because he doesn't really understand English that well. He only wants to do homework with me. And by the time I get home, I'm trying to make dinner, I'm trying to do all these things. It's always frustrating. And I looked at her and I said, why don't you bring him here? Why don't you bring him to the office? And she goes, I can do that. I'm like, Why not? And so she started bringing her son to the office, and she would work with him during her breaks and things like that. And so there's more that can be done. One of the things that we also did, and I know I'm not getting to my time, is we added a child care friendly to one of our ads, and one of our job postings. And the person in my office said, "Why are we doing that?" Like, you know, it's an opening to a conversation. And I got one of my best employees as a result of that, because she said, "You're the first person that I thought I'd be able to talk about my kids, you know, with my employer. I never thought I'd be able to do that." There's more that can be done. We can provide benefits to our employees. We have a flex time policy at our firm. 25 hours first year, up to 40 hours, up to 60 hours over time that they get for just flex time to do with their families whatever they want to do. We have that policy. It's available. Anyone that wants a copy of it, we're happy to share it with you. But there's more that can be done, and I would encourage you to do more for the benefit of the children, for the benefit of all of the employees that you guys have. Thank you.
Being with us from the beginning and partnering with so many of the things that you do. So I just wanted to